Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Well, that's really open-ended. I suppose what I would say is that when I was about 8 or so, I visited the laboratory of Thomas Edison. I grew up in New Jersey, and my parents would like to take me on adventures on the weekend. My dad and I would very often go hiking through the woods, and I developed a very deep appreciation for nature and our planet and the beauty of our planet. And one weekend, though, we went down to the laboratory of Thomas Edison, and it completely resonated with me. And I knew right there and then that I wanted to be an inventor. And I said that to my father, and he said, well, there's no such job. There's no such job as an inventor. And I thought that was kind of strange, because there I was seeing Thomas Edison, who was obviously very successful. And so I didn't let that bother me too much. And I went along dreaming of the day when I could be an inventor, which was a long time coming, but eventually happened. And something else that really changed my life when I was in my early teens, I was about 13, 14 years old. And I was living in New Jersey, and I became part of a prayer group. I grew up studying the Bible and trying to understand the relationship that people have with God. And that's been something that I've worked to deepen through the years, is understanding for how we were created, why we were created, and the meaning of life. And ultimately, we are all part of God's family. That's what this is all about, is that God is creating a family, and we can either choose to accept God into our lives or not. Choices ours. And then later on, as I got into my 20s, I graduated from college with a degree in computer science. I went for further studies in biology. And when I got out of school, I was working for a company in New Jersey designing medical devices. And then I began a number of entrepreneurial adventures, which eventually led to a company when I was living in Georgia. And me and a very small group of 5 guys, we were designing new technologies for the US Navy. And I specifically was working on emergency oxygen supplies and primarily emergency power generation. So some of you may have wondered, why are we coming out with a drone technology? Well, it's because of this background that I have in power generation tech. And we might talk about that a little bit later, because it's incredibly exciting what we're doing with that and what it means to our future here at Lifewave. And as a result of that collaboration and that work, I was invited to be part of a design team for a mini sub, and the crew of the mini sub were Navy SEALs. And so I was asked to come in and see if I could make a contribution. And one of the things that really concerned me is that the crew of subs and other special operations personnel were taking amphetamines and other type of stimulants, overdosing on caffeine to stay awake because the missions were so long. So I thought, we have cell phones today where we can communicate all over the world. Could we have a wireless technology where we could communicate with the human body and have it to make more energy? And after 3 years of work, that is what led into Lifewave. So Lifewave started in 2002. So I've been at this 20 years now, and it's been an incredible journey. While we started with one product, which was simply designed to elevate fat burning naturally in the body with light. Today, we've gone through phases where we've released anti-aging products, now stem cell products, and what's in our lab today are products to reverse human aging. And I'm incredibly excited about what we've done with this technology and where it's going and how it's going to show up in new products here at Lifewave in the future. So our goal is to provide patented technology that we develop and we make exclusive to Lifewave, and it's backed by solid research so that when we release these products, you can know that they're safe and that they're effective and that they're backed by science.